Okay, so the co-main event of the evening is so good. Oh man, like it's good because here's the thing: there is a lot of tension behind this, right? These girls do not like each other. It's a title fight, and I think both are vying for a big matchup afterwards, right? The winner could potentially get something juicy. So you have that, but then it's also these bragging rights because, as I said, there's been a lot of talk. There's been, sorry, people. There's been a lot of talk before this, so man, there's so much on the table. We have got Juliana Penna putting her bantamweight title up against Kayla Harrison. Kayla is 34, 5'8", 66-inch reach. She's on a 3-fight winning streak. You know what I mean? Former, I'm not even quite sure how many times, 2 times, like PFL, or was it before PFL? It was something before PFL, wasn't it? I think PFL. Yeah, no, I think it was still just PFL. Yeah, she won the tournament a couple of times, I believe. You know, she went 15-1 in the organization before coming to the UFC. Fought one time in Invicta after leaving the PFL. Yeah, so she made her debut at bloody hell, UFC 300, right? Beat Holly Holm. Yeah, was that UFC 300? I feel that was UFC 300, right? Yeah, and then she beat Caitlin Vieira in New York, I believe. Got Holly with a rear naked in the second. Unanimous decision against Vieira. You know, other than that, man, like, yeah, she's stopped people. She's got submissions. Kayla Harrison is legit in MMA. Even, you know, when you look at, yes, obviously she wasn't fighting a lot of the best fighters, but in the, you know, in some of the women divisions, it's not necessarily that deep. So she's got some good wins, right? Got some good wins. And then you factor in her judo career. 2-time Olympic champion. Right? 2-time Olympic champion. Yeah, wrestler. She is credentialed. She is credentialed. And she likes to hurt people. Right? She wants to be in there scrapping. There's no shying away from shit here. So we have Kayla Harrison. She's going up the current champ, right? Juliana Pena, the Venezuelan vixen, Ultimate Fighter winner. Pena is, you know, she's 35, 5'6", 69-inch reach. Coming off a win in her last fight. Now, the interesting thing is, she, like our title challenger in the main event, Sean O'Malley, Pena, you know what I mean? She is one of the few fighters to get a title shot after a loss, right? And after a loss in a title fight, right? Which is kind of like, interesting. Like, you only usually get that if you were a dominant champion. So it's interesting, right? But she gets this crack. Well, no, she got the crack and beat, what's her name? Raquel Pennington. It was a split decision. It was a controversial decision. it was a bit of a lackluster fight. You know what I mean? Which is the thing here. Because there's been so much talk about being badasses and whooping the floor and all of this thing. Which is fine. But, you know, Juliana, that last fight, it wasn't the best, right? It wasn't the best. Her last fight with Amanda, now, don't get me wrong, she showed mad heart, right? She did not back down. But she did get beat down. You know what I mean? She did get beat down in that second one. So, you could say she sometimes writes checks that she can't cash, but she's winning. She's determined. She's got heart for days. And I think Kayla, she hasn't done a 5-round fight this way. Now, she's made the cut, right? Made the cut in Invicta. Made the cut in these 2 UFC fights. So she's done it 3 times. And she did a test cut before that Invicta fight. And I think again before the UFC. So she has cut down to this weight a few times now. And with the PI, that extra help is huge. But as I said, she hasn't gone 5 rounds at this weight. So that could be the defining factor here. And you don't want to lose, gas against Pena, because she's going to keep on coming, right? She ain't giving up. She keeps on coming. So this is what makes this fight so intriguing. I think Kayla could finish it early, right? She could finish it early. Get a submission, ground and pound. Like, just use a judo, drop her on her head. So many things. But if she doesn't, then Juliana Pena, could definitely be, and still, it's intriguing factors. Juliana Pena probably has got the better striking. Harrison has got the better wrestling. You know what I mean? So it's intriguing. I'm gonna go Harrison. Right? I'm going Harrison just because I think that Olympic background is huge. I also think that she really is hungry for the now. Not, as I said, not to say, with Gasling, right? Not to say that Pena isn't hungry. She's hungry. She wants to be and still and get that big fight after this. But she's been champion. Yeah, I mean, this is her second run at it. She's been champion. She's had that, and the biggest factor for me here is, like, when she was on UFC Unfiltered recently, just the other week, they were, Matt and Jim were saying nice things about her, but she thought they were gassing her and came out mad hot. And I think that chip on your shoulder can be helpful. It can drive you. It can also fester and take over and make you do crazy things, a la Jose Aldo against Conor McGregor. And I wonder if that chip on her shoulder is too heavy, right? Has eaten away at her to a degree where she may do something silly. Right? So, yeah, that's another reason I'm going Harrison. But I'm intrigued as hell. People. I want to see this fight real bad. So I'm so gassed that it is on this card. It's the co-main event. It's gonna be great. So, people, who have you got? As I say, I've got Harrison. Who have you got? And what are your reasons? Let me know.